my best friend. That's my best friend.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dave Mo. Dave Mo Flips. I know I keep saying it, but we're about to get rid of that name. We're about to probably get rid of this whole damn channel and start over. But before we do that, let's get into this. Every mother jamming YouTuber. So, FYI, my kids found my channel and they know I curse and they want me to try to stop. So I'm gonna do the best I can to try to do a PG-13 type thing. If I offended you in the past, I don't give a fuck. Anyway, true story, guys. Here it is. Every YouTuber, right? Everyone who's involved with cars is saying, oh, cars are so expensive. How can you buy cars? This is how this works. Let's put an end to all that right now from a person who actually does cars and doesn't do YouTube, okay? I don't want to be a YouTuber. I do this for fun. If I take 2 or 3 weeks off, it's because it's not fun anymore. If I come back and do it again, so be it. That's just that's the realness in me. All right, that's just what it is. Straight up and down, that's me. Here's the truth. Cars are going to be more expensive right now. I don't know if it's because of these chips that everyone says. I don't know if it's because the economy is so fucked. I don't know if it's because people are out of work. I don't know what it is. Here's what I do know. When I drive by Cadillac, or I drive by Ford, when I drove by, so there's one strip where I am, where there's nothing but new car dealers, okay? Their lots look packed with new cars. So all these people that keep saying, oh yeah, you can't buy a new car, bullshit. I walked in the other day to get a car done at GM and ended up looking at a brand new Denali. No miles, well, maybe 100 miles. I could have walked out with it. So whoever's having a hard time finding new cars, I don't believe you. I'm sorry, I don't. Escalades, they're out there. Maybe the lower end new cars are where the problem is. I don't know. But you can go on any website that you want and look, new cars are out there. Do I think new car dealers, and guys, again, if you watched any of my videos, I said this months ago, guys. This isn't new. This is recycled garbage, all right? This is what this video is, recycled garbage. Because if you look months ago when I put out a video, I said this was gonna happen. I'm not a fortune teller. I look at the economy. I look at what's going on around me. I look at the world around me. If you couldn't see that prices were gonna go up when this whole pandemic hit and whatever excuse they wanted to raise the price of everything, you're bugging. You're just not paying attention. You're just not paying attention to what's going on around you. Here's the truth. New franchise car dealerships have all the money and they have their own in-house banking, okay? Florida has like Ford Financial, Honda has the Honda one, Lexus uses Toyota, etc., etc. So they can overpay. They can pay retail for these nice cars at the auction. They can also keep all their trade-ins, which, guys, FYI, they've always done, okay? Like, you think that you were going to the auction and bought from Lexus because Lexus didn't think that they could sell their own car? Bullshit. They were selling the cars that they didn't want to attach their name to. What does that mean? The mileage was a little bit higher. Maybe it couldn't get the certified pre-owned thing. Maybe it needed tires. Maybe it needed some sort of work, okay? Now that they see, hey, you know, people are a little bit tighter with their pocketbooks, let's put a little bit of money into these cars and keep them for ourselves because they're not exactly what we want to sell here, but with a little bit of love, we could put them on our certified pre-owned lot. Crown is a car dealer here, a franchise dealership. They went so far as to pick up a used car dealership. So they have their franchise dealership with all their new cars over here and certain used cars, the certified pre-owned cars over there. And then they have a whole nother auxiliary lot where they sell, I don't even know a way to say this, but they sell different types of used cars, which are still newer and they're still financed through their company, they're just not on their main lot. Do you see what I'm saying? But they're still beautiful examples of used cars. So here's how the trickle down effect, okay? So you're a used car dealer who's used to buying the cars that Lexus would not sell, right? So you buy really nice used cars. Now you can't because they're keeping them, or the prices are so high on them because they're buying them. So Lexus might say, hey, you know what, let's just get rid of this one because this is below our standard. But Toyota might say, hey, no, you know what, we'll take that because that is something we'll work with. So now the independent used car guys, they're getting pushed out of business because with the banks, right, because you finance these cars, the bank is still saying that the car is still only worth this much. So what does that happen to the person who's financing these cars? The days of walking into a used car dealership with $2,000 to $3,000 down to do traditional financing, not buy here, pay here, is now changing. Because the check that the bank is going to cut to the dealer is still roughly the same, okay? So if you took car X and the bank says, hey, no matter what, for that car, you know, depending on, of course, your buyer and stuff like that, but let's just say everything's the same, we'll cut you a check for $20,000. Now you're used to buying that car for 16, but now you're buying it for 18 and 19, right? So now you just spent 19,000. The bank's going to cut you 20. That's a $1,000 profit on that end. Okay. You're used to selling cars. Oh, I forgot to shave. You're used to selling cars with a $2,000 down payment. In order for you to keep your profit the same amount, you need to get your profit on the front end instead of getting it on the back end when the bank cuts you the check. Okay. So now what you're doing is you're saying, hey, I can get you the car. I can get you the car, but the bank is saying I can't get you approved unless you have $5,000 down. It's all bullshit, guys. Let's be honest. This is how it works. Like, can we be honest? Can we be honest? This is how it works. All right? If you know what? If car dealers would just say, boom, here's a fair price for the car. Stop trying to talk us down. This is it. We don't got to go with the back and forth bullshit. This is the dollar amount we're going to make on every single car in here. Percentage-wise, done, end of story, everyone will be happier. But you can't. We're scumbags. Buyers are scumbags. This is just what it is. So anyway, now they still want to make, so they're going to get $1,000 on the back end. They used to make it $4,000, right? They used to do $2,000 down. They're short $3,000 on the back end, so they're going to take that and put it on the front end and say that your credit's not strong enough to get it, or whatever it is that they're going to say. You're going to have to put $5,000 down, and they still walk away with the same profit margin, okay? That's all that is. Keep going. Now, you have the buy here, pay here guys. They'll never be touched. You can't fuck with a buy here, pay here guy. My opinion, buy here, pay here is the holy grail. Well, second to wholesalers. Buy here, pay here. Yo, let me tell you this right now. If you got the bankroll for buy here, pay here, the economy, nothing matters to you. Nothing matters to you because you're using your money, you're setting your terms, you're putting your buyers in what you want. You're the judge and jury, okay? And the hangman. So, if it gets to that point, you know what I mean? So, with that being said, if you guys can do buy here, pay here, get on the buy here, pay here train. A little monster break, So, yeah. Are the buy here, pay here guys paying more? Absolutely, they're paying more. So, the myth is buy here, pay here guys go out there and they buy these cars for, let's just say, $1,000 or $2,000, right? And they get $1,000 or $2,000 down for the vehicle, and the profit is all in the payments. That's not necessarily true. Maybe when you're first starting out and you're selling, like shittier cars, maybe that's going to be true. If you're buying like the 04, 05 Camrys or the 2010 Cobalt, something in the $2,000 price range, and you're getting the money down, and then you're extending it for 12 months at $75 a week, $300 a month, etc., etc., etc. You're making your money that way. Those days are still around, but that is entry level buy here, pay here. Typically speaking, the more profitable buy here, pay here guys are doing nicer vehicles. Okay, they're getting the $2,000 to $3,000 down. They're a little bit more strict with who they're going to finance their cars to, and they'll have traditional lengths of time where they'll do 3 and 4 year loans. You know, as a matter of fact, a friend of mine, Joe, has a family member who went to a buy here, pay here guy, and he's been using him for years. And he was able to get out of the lot with like a 2016, I believe, it was a 2016 something. And he's got years for, you know, payments probably for like the next 5 years. But usually with the mentality of someone like that, that's just going to have the payment plan, at least when I was doing buy here, pay here years ago, I had what I called the upgrade program. And I would put them in a lower end car. I would get the majority of the value of what I paid for the car up front. And then I would put them on an 18-month loan. And I would tell them, hey, at 12 months, so mind you, I had 12 months of gravy, right? At 12 months, hit me up, let me know, because I know you'd much rather be in this Audi over here, right? Than this Cobalt. What I'm doing here is I'm building a relationship with you. After 12 months, I know you, you've made the payments, you've been here, you know, you've come to the dealership quite a bit. I know you're not going anywhere, you still got the same job. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take this car back from you. You know, maybe no money down. Maybe you got to throw a little something down. We'll figure it out. And we'll get you in something similar to that Audi that I know you got your eye on. Okay? Again, I'm just using Audi for an example. It doesn't matter. And what I would do is never actually let them pay off a car. I mean, granted, if they wanted to pay off the car, they could. They could, without a doubt, pay off a car. I'm not saying that. But everyone, I hate to use that blanket term or terms like that. But the majority of the people that are on those buy here, pay here things, payment plans and stuff like that, they will always have a payment. Just like people that go out and buy new cars, they'll always have a payment. It's just the mentality that they have. They always want something new, right? Then you have guys like myself who will never, I've never owned a new car, guys. I've never owned a new car. I paid for every single car I've ever had in cash. To be quite honest with you, before buying this house, all I did was pay for stuff in cash. I didn't really have much use for credit because truly, you know, where I'm coming from, we paid cash. That's how we live our life. But then again, you know, we might have the flyest shit, but it was paid for. You know what I mean? Now that I'm older and I'm dealing with other people, like they're telling me like, oh yeah, I paid $900 a month for my car, like bragging. I'm like, dude, $900 a month for your car. You do know that you, for half that amount of money, you could have bought one 2 years older, same make, same thing, same everything, just some mileage, but saved yourself $25,000. Not to say the interest rate. You know, you have other people out here that run, like they run to buy stuff and put it on credit, and there's nothing wrong for that. That's just not how I live. But that's the mentality of someone that puts stuff on payments, and it carries through for buy here, pay here. So all I was doing was giving them another nicer car. I already got the down payment out of them for the car, and I already got all the profit from it, right? So it was nothing for me to say, hey, I only spent $2,000 on that Audi. I'm going to put them in that Audi for, let's just say, $1,000 down. Yes, I'm still $1,000 in the hole. They're paying $300 a month in 3.5 months. Now I'm making money, but let's not forget that I just got that trade-in, which I'm still going to get, which is now paid for. It's already made me money, right? So I'm at least going to get the $1,000 on that one, which makes me whole on the Audi. And from day one of making payments, I'm now creating another client, another customer paying me $300 a month. So I took one customer and I made two. That's the buy here, pay here game. For me, at least it was, okay? And then as you get bigger and bigger at buy here, pay here, you'll get nicer cars. And you'll maybe stumble upon something really nice, which is rebuilt title cars. So you can buy a rebuilt title car for buy here, pay here, which is great because you're getting, for the same amount of money of an '08, you might be getting a 13 or a 14. The person coming in to do the buy here, pay here doesn't really care about rebuilt titles. They don't care about that kind of stuff because they usually just want to have, like most people with payments, they want to have the nicest vehicle, right? Because the truth of the matter is, you could go out there with $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 and buy a very reliable car, a very reliable used car. Because at the end of the day, unless you're going to buy a brand new car, they're all used cars. And if you're a person who thinks that brand new cars do not break down, I don't know what to tell you. You know, I don't know what to tell you. But again, people do what they do. And that's why I say buy here, pay here. They'll do good regardless, okay? Now, with everything changing out there, you're looking at the auctions like, oh my God, everyone's paying retail. Oh my God. Yes, everyone's paying retail right now, if not more, okay? As a matter of fact, I got a bunch of cars that I'm going to be sending to ACV and just off them. Why would I do that? Because I'm a cash guy. So if I want to sell my my Mercedes, right? If I want to sell my Mercedes for $9,000, no financing, just straight $9,000. That means I'm competing with everything else that's in the market for probably $11,000, right? Because this buyer has $9,000 in their hand. Okay, so at $9,000, let's just say you can negotiate down. So I'm searching for cars at $11,000. And I'm finding everything in between, and I'm in a steep competitive market, right? So that means that whatever I'm offering to you has to be really, really nice because you have cash. So again, the way I'm saying buy here, pay here's are one of the best things in the car dealership business. As a buyer who buys with cash, you are in the strongest position because I don't need to get approved. I don't need nothing. Here's what I need. You to agree to the price that I say. If you want me to put this money in my pocket in your pocket, you need to agree with my terms. Because if you don't, I can tell you this. I will take my thousands of dollars here and go to the next guy. Because there is someone out there that wants to make something over nothing. Okay? And that's just how it is. And I say that to people. I'm like, here's the deal. You're going to make some money today or no money today. You're going to make a little bit or nothing. That's just how this works. You want to wait for the next guy to come by and probably beat you up worse. You want to show your car 10 more times. You want 10 more people coming to your home. It's not even worth. I got cash money in my pocket. The only thing I need you to do is count it. Count the fucking money. Get me the title. Sign it. I'm out of here. I don't care if it breaks down a mile down the road. You're not going to hear from me again. End of story. Right? So that buyer, if I'm selling a car for that price, they have that leverage over me. Yes, I'll do what I can to make the sale go through. I'm not going to take a loss, whatever. But right now, because the dealers are paying so much more for good cars at auction, I'll sell those cars at auction for probably about the same price that I would retail. Get my money right away, never have to run an ad, and I'm done with it. Okay? So that's that. Yes, we are going to get to the point where you can buy cars. So that's that situation with the wholesalers. Then you have me, right? Low-end dollar menu car dealers. We're the ones that are kind of in the middle right now, all right? Because we're competing with the entry-level buy here, pay here guys. And the cars that we want to sell are typically under $3,000 to $5,000, right? So in order to sell that car, we have to spend less than $3,000, depending on our price point. Very difficult right now because these prices that are going up right now at the auction, if you go on Facebook and you just said it yourself, right? You said, oh, they're paying retail at the auction. So that tells you that you can go on to Facebook Marketplace and buy a car from your neighbor for the same price that you can at the auction. So when I buy that car, I have to recondition it, do what I have to do, and then compete with these other people selling them for less. Super difficult. At that point, I'd rather just go buy my neighbor's car, run it through the dealership, and be done with it. Right? It's pretty simple. Because I don't understand why someone would come on a low-end deal. Why would someone come to a dealer and spend more money than you can actually get the car for? Now, we're talking just the car. We're not talking tax, title, registration, dealer fees, okay? Just the vehicle. Why would I come to a dealer to buy a vehicle when I could go to someone down the road and probably negotiate better with them, and hopefully they're somewhat honest, hopefully, right? Because once you go from owning a vehicle to selling a vehicle, you're now a salesperson, regardless to who you're buying it from, dealer or private, you're a salesperson. You want to sell that item. Hopefully they're somewhat honest with you and they're saying everything's been done, this, that, the next thing, they're saying everything you want, and they can back it up. As where most dealers, when they buy cars, they take them up and down the road, right? And they say they run and drive. If you were to buy from a private seller, they've probably been commuting in that car for a year or two. So they know what's up with that car instead of just driving it real quick up and down the road and going back to the dealer's favorite car. So that's that. So yeah, it is difficult right now to buy those types of cars. Now, if you watched any of my videos, you've seen I've switched it up. I've switched up my whole game plan months ago. I seen this was coming. I started watching the auction. I see how difficult it's getting. Excuse me. So I just went to TRA, and I haven't gone to Copart and IAI yet. But I've gone to TRA sales, and I've been buying cars that need repair. All right. And in the next video, I'll go over all the cars I have right now that are in need of repair. But I'm spending almost nothing on the cars. You know, in one video you guys seen, I did the Journey. I bought the Journey, a 2014 Journey with like 100,000 some odd miles for $2,200. I'm in it right now for $3,400. And I want to say MMR is somewhere in the neighborhood of like 45 to 5 grand. You can always look that up, okay? Base model 2014 Journey, 100,000 miles. So look it up for yourself. But what am I doing? I'm paying less than MMR. MMR is the guide, right? But right now, if you're watching auctions, everything's going above MMR. Everything's going above retail. Here I am buying below because I knew this was going to happen months ago, or I didn't know it was going to happen. I felt like it was going to happen. I started to buy more cars that way. And now that's after the repairs are done to it. Then my homeboy Joe stumbled onto eBay. Yes, everyone knows about eBay. Yes, I've sold cars years ago on eBay. Downside to eBay is not everyone pays for what they buy. But what I've done and what he's done is we've actually gone to buy these cars that are broken and selling them on eBay as whatever the auction announces. If they announce engine issue, we sell it as engine issue. Transmission issue, transmission issue. Body damage, you can see the body damage. I'm putting up pictures there, and I'm starting all my sales at $200, no reserve, high bidder gets it. I wish I could say, more, a better thing to it. I just got started doing that. And the truth is, here's the truth. You have to be able to adapt to what you're doing, okay? So I seen that car sales are getting hard on the retail end of it, especially for the cash guys. So we're saying, okay, let's go this route. Or let's get cars and rebuild them, clean title cars, fix the mechanical issues, and then sell them still less than everybody else, because I always want to sell less than everybody else, and I want to sell a bunch of cars. I don't want to hold on to cars. So those are the two things that we're doing. Unfortunately, I can be honest with you, out of 4 cars that I listed so far, I got a deposit on one, and the guy just never showed up. So he actually gave me a $250 non-refundable deposit to not buy the car. Weird. And one guy actually came through, paid, bought the car, loved it, and left. So it's terrible. And on my numbers, I'm running at 25%, right? Because I don't count the deposit as a sale. It's just whatever. I count as a no sale, actually. So I'm running at 20%, 25%. If that number holds true for its entirety, I need to sell. Let's just say I want to sell 5 cars, right? Well, 5 cars means that I need to list 20 cars, because 25% of 20 is 5. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25%. So I want to get to that number. And if I could sell 5 cars a week on eBay, then I only have to replace 5 cars a week, right? And now I'm just talking about getting started. And let's just say, you're not making as much either. So eBay falls somewhere between wholesale auctions, or used to fall somewhere in between wholesale auctions and retail. So you're somewhere in the middle. So I'm looking at making between $500 and $1,000 a car. So if I'm selling 5 a week on the low end at $500 profit, I'm making $2,500 a week. Times that by 4 weeks, just getting started. You're looking at about $10,000 a month, right? Do that by a year, you're at 120 grand a year. I still personally have my career. And even if I did not have my career, I think a 6-figure income for doing almost nothing is well worth it. Keep in mind, guys, at this moment right now, I do not have a trailer. So Leroy and Joe, They're both, they're my people. That's my family. They always look out, They'll take me to get my cars. Yes, I'll replace gas. Yes, we'll buy some food, whatever. I do the right thing, but I'm in the market to buy a trailer. I do know I want a 8 foot wide by 20 foot in length with 5,000 pound axles. So this way I can haul. I haven't yet, but if a dually runs through, I want to be able to buy it. I don't want to be held back because I did not buy the proper equipment in the beginning. So, and then I'll do my own hauling of cars and only have to pay myself as a transporter. Because again, when your profit margins are so low, there's no way of there's no extra. Like I can't afford to pay a transporter $300 to bring a car to me that's in-op, right? If the profit margin is 500 to 1,000, let's just say 500. The low end, I just gave this guy 300. Now my profit's 200. It doesn't make sense. I'm not going to pay someone more than I'm going to pay myself. Plus, I still got to pay old boy over there. It's $100. No, it's $200 fee to sell the car, which is fucking mind blowing to me because there's no paperwork to do. So why we're doing this is fucking crazy. There should be, in my opinion, the $200 that he charges per car should not even be there. It's in my opinion, if I'm selling a car out of state, it should be a wholesale deal. And this is probably why I will end up either opening up my own shop or going with someone different who's more fair, who's fairer. In the comments, tell me the right way to say that with their pricing. Also, so that's a couple more ways to make money in this climate that we're in. So guys, when you hear other YouTubers say that, like, not other YouTubers, when you hear YouTubers say, oh, there's no more money to be made, this, that, the next thing, boo hoo hoo, they're crying. Let them cry. Let them cry, because half of that is them trying to sell you and not becoming a used car dealer, right? Because I've yet to meet a used car dealer who wants to actually take time and show you guys how to make money. I tried to do it, right? I'm trying to do it, while every other YouTuber out here who does cars has some sort of educational thing for you guys to pay for. But they have 100,000 subscribers. I have 800. 700. I'm so grateful for all 700 of you guys. But, it doesn't make sense to me. If people in this world would rather pay for stuff that I'm giving for free, then why waste my time? Straight up and down, man. That's real talk. That is real talk. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense anymore. And if you really want my honest opinion, fuck cars right now. Straight up and down. If you're thinking about getting in the car business, I'm not saying you can't make money. What I'm saying is, depending on how much money you have, I think you're going to see a lot more entrepreneurs coming out. I don't think a lot of people are going to want to go back to work. Even though they're getting rid of, like in Florida here, they got rid of that unemployment bonus. I think it was like $300 a week or something like that. Excuse me. I think you're going to see a lot of people that were working from home and unemployed not want to go back to punching a time clock. I do it, but I hate it. I love my job, but I hate the fact that someone tells me what I'm worth, right? No one can tell me what I'm worth. Bullshit. If you have an employer, they just told you what you're worth. As a matter of fact, they're buying a block of 40 hours of your life per week, 160 hours a month of your life, times whatever they decide to pay you. They are buying your time. Don't tell me that there's no price on your life, because they just named it and you said yes, just like me, okay? I think you're going to see a lot more entrepreneurs. I think when it comes to being an entrepreneur, the best way to do it is sales. Whether you're buying the product yourself and then reselling it, or you're a salesperson, whether you're out there selling cars for other people or real estate or whatever it is. So in my opinion, again, this is just my opinion, guys, don't take this to the bank. I'm researching how much does it cost to buy a trailer, not a pallet, but a trailer full of pallets. I don't want to break down the pallets. I want to manifest the pallets. I want to find a company that has each pallet manifested and rent a warehouse and sell pallets one day a month. I want to spend $20,000, $30,000, buy the trailer, have it unloaded in my warehouse. I have a forklift there. I have a regular forklift that's motor driven, and then a pump one that you could drag the pallets around. Because on sale day, we got to load up the pallets for the buyers inside where everyone's walking around. I don't want someone to get ran over because someone's not looking. So we could use the pump jack inside, and then outside when we're loading them up, we could load them up with the motor driven one. But anyway, think about it. If you could buy a, let's just say, easy number, what I'm thinking is with what I believe is going to be so many people wanting to jump on the resale portion of it, whether they're going to sell through Amazon, eBay, Poshmark, the other one, whatever the fuck it is that you guys want to sell, Craigslist, whatever. I think a lot of people can't afford to buy a truckload, right? So the problem with buying a pallet from these places is the pallets come in, when you buy one, they come in the same truck, but your pallet's getting taken off, put back on, taken off, put back on. That increases your chances of your products being damaged. I want to buy one truck. My items my pallets get loaded up once and unloaded once. They get loaded where I buy, and they get unloaded where they unload to me. And then I don't want to sell piece items. I want to sell the pallets to create more entrepreneurs. At least when they're buying from me, their pallet hasn't been taken on and off the truck a million times. I'll figure out my markup. I'll do it, and I'll do one sale a month. Just one sale a month. I'll have my team of people there with me to get paid one day, and I want to blow out every single pallet. But again, that's me thinking about business. That's me looking down the road. And I could be totally wrong, guys. And this car thing, I'm still going to be doing. What I'm saying is, if you're trying to start a car business right now, might not be the best time. Do what I'm doing. I'm going to fall back for a couple of months and watch how many dealers go out of business, because I do think there's going to be a lot of dealers that go out of business. Here's another thing for you. A lot of dealers say that what I do is wrong. Being a dealer rep is wrong. Mark my words. Mark my words. You're going to start to see a lot more dealerships looking for dealer reps because they're having a hard time buying cars, right? But they're used to buying cars and making a certain amount of money per car. These new guys that don't know anything about profit margins and stuff like that, right? They don't remember the good old days when we were making $2 to $3 grand a car. They're like, holy shit, I can make $500 a car? To the guy who used to make $4, $5, $6 grand, that's bullshit money. It's not worth his time. But to the new guy who doesn't know any better, that is fucking the best thing in the world. So let me get 10 or 20 guys, right, that want to pay me $350 a month, right? So 10 guys, that's $3,500. 20 guys, that's $7,000. Each one of those guys or girls sell 2 cars a month, right, at $200 a car. That's an additional $4,000 on top of their $7,500 that they already paid me, right? So now I'm looking at $11,500 before I even do anything. Am I putting up the numbers that I used to? No, but I'm still able to stay in business. I'm still making money. So that same individual that said that dealer reps are bullshit, they're going to find that dealer reps may exactly be what saves their fucking dealership. So as a dealer rep, as time goes on, you're going to be able to really negotiate better than you were able to last year. So right now, real talk, I have an offer on the table. If I leave where I am now and go to someone else, I will pay $500 up front. I will pay $100 a car and $100 a month. That's real talk. That's me and you talking. That is an offer that I have on the table and I've had on the table for 3 weeks. When I get a check, I don't get charged for them cashing my checks. When I get a check, they get a check. Let's just say I get a refund from ACV. They cash it. As soon as it's cashed, they leave me a check in my mailbox. So everyone's got mailboxes on the wall. They're going to leave me the check in my mailbox and send me a text. Hey, just so you know, the check for you is in the mailbox. I just have to go there, show up, get it, and cash it. The way it should be. The way a business should be ran. Okay? When I give them cash or Zelle them money, there's no additional fees. Like, you know how I pay the $26 for the ACV fee? That's not there anymore. That's gone. They brought it back to basics. Their they have a big enough lot where they're looking at it like, hey, I might not make so much money from every rep, but if I have 50 reps, I'm making a shit ton of money. You see what I'm saying? And you weed it out. When I was going to start my own dealership, I already knew my game plan was to have 10 reps, but just 10 of the best reps. I was going to start a school inside my dealership where you can actually, it's included in being a rep. So you can come and pay me $350 a month, $200 a car, right? But for that money, you're not only having the ability to make money, you are also getting 100% of my time. Whenever you needed it, I would be at that dealership. Call me at midnight. Tell me what you're going through. I have people now that call me at midnight and talk to me about, yo, you think this is a good deal? Hey, can you help me find this transmission? Hey, can you help me find a mechanic? Can you do this negotiating for me? Yes, I will do it for you. Don't make me negotiate for you and then not go through with it, because that's my name. That's my name. Be real when you want it. But I was going to have all that set up. I wanted a back office where I can actually say, hey, guys, every Thursday at 5 o'clock, if you want to come through, come through. If you don't, you don't. And I was going to start classes, if you will, and just allowing people to hit me with as many questions as they want. Hopefully you guys would be invited. And just let's break it down. Let's share our knowledge, right? If I see that you're fucking up and you're on my team, I'm going to tell you why you're fucking up. This is why I don't think this is a good idea for this. I can only tell you why. I can't guarantee you that it is. I can only tell you why I think it is. You got to follow your heart. And that's just what it is. So again, I just wanted to have 10 heavy hitters, 10 about their business guys or girls on my team. That's all I wanted. 10. And together, we were going to build one hell of a fucking Dream Team Automotive was going to be unstoppable in this area. Because when you have 10 like-minded individuals, especially when you're only about your paper, you're about the money, you're about business, there's nothing that's going to stop you. Because it's not about cars, it's about money. It's not about what you're selling, it's about selling. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give up cars and move into the tractor trailer thing like that as soon as I know that there's money in it. It's no problem. It's no problem. I've sold power tools, okay? I've sold, shit. You want to be honest? I sold blow pops when I was in fucking middle school. It doesn't matter to me. If it makes profit, I'm going to sell it legally. For all you guys out there watching, we're only talking legal. So, but that's real talk, man. That's real talk. Anyways, I rambled a little bit, a lot, like usual, right? So, I don't know. I said I was gonna shut this shit down. I don't know that I will. I might just change it from cars just to be, let's be about that life. So, subscribe, don't subscribe. I hope you subscribe. I don't want to be a dick. I hope you subscribe. And I hope you watch all the fucking videos I have out there. I'm not monetized, so it really, at this point, you're watching them for your benefit. Because there's a lot of things that I say. Like, understand, if you're watching me for the first time, you've gotten this far, congratulations. This is how my videos go. I'm a rambler. And one video might be one thing, but if you don't watch it to the end, you might have dropped a jewel you might have missed a drop jewel. Because I drop jewels throughout videos, just not even things, just rambling off the top of my dome. Just like, like this one. Like if you didn't watch it to the end, you might not have ever thought about buying pallets. You might not have known that if you buy a pallet, most of the material that you're buying is damaged, right? So you might not have known that. You might be looking at other YouTube channels like, oh man, they make so much money, this, that, the next thing. I'm going to start with buying 3 pallets and not realize that through transport, those pallets are getting moved on and off that truck, right? So every time, so again, that's a jewel. That's a jewel for you. You do what you want with the information. If you watch the other videos, guys, here's another thing that got brought up. Why don't I go to the auction? Why don't I take you guys to an auction like my favorite fucking YouTuber, Craig the Jerkoff over there? You know why? I don't go to auctions. That's why. I don't go to auctions. I'm not going to sit out there in the heat of the day for hours to not walk away with anything when I could sit right here in my air-conditioned house in front of my beautiful ass TV office shit that I have here with my swimming pool in the backyard to walk away with nothing. The cars I buy right now, guys, I'm not being an asshole. The cars I buy right now, I don't need to be there. I do not need to be there to buy them. I'm buying broken cars. What's the worst thing that can happen when you buy a broken car? It's not broken. Holy shit. You see how I changed the game? You're going to the auction to buy cars that are running and driving, then getting them and realizing, hey, it's broken. I'm buying broken cars. It's already broken. If they fucked up and now it's not broken, like I'll tell you right now, real quick, the G35 is not broken. So if you watch the next video that's going to come out, the car's not broken. I fixed it for less than $100. I'm in it for $915 plus $100. I'm in it for $1,000. Actually, it was $86. So I'm in it for $1,000 flat. The car's not broken. A 07 G35, 08 G35, 107,000 miles, not broken. I didn't go to the auction. I bought it right here. If you watch the videos of me at Mannheim, you'll see that I had bought that car. You'll see what I paid for it and everything. I don't go to auctions. If you are a person who wants to go with someone and walk around the auction and look at cars, there's 100 people that do that, man. I'm not doing it. Another thing I'm not going to do too that someone emailed me and asked me to do, I'm not going to go to the auction at Copart and show you G-Wagons and Ferraris. I don't buy G-Wagons or Ferraris. So, and I'm not a YouTuber. So again, while it sounds like I'm bitter or angry, I just value my time more than anything else in this world. I don't see myself going there showing you guys cars that I know damn well I'm not going to buy. So I could use as a thumbnail. Oh, look, this G-Wagon sold for 10 grand. Bullshit. Bullshit. That was the highest bid when you were there. It didn't sell for that price. G-Wagons don't sell for that price unless they're fucking smashed. I'm not doing it to you guys. If you guys really want me to go there, yes, then I will take a certain amount of time. And I'm not going to go there to make a video about cars I'm going to buy. I'm going to go there to show you what's up for sale. But let me tell you something. You could also just log into Copart and look yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you can do that. And that's the best way of learning, guys. If you're going to be about this business, be about the business. Learn the business. Don't listen to YouTubers. Don't listen to other car dealers. Get out there and do it, man. Just do it. Whatever you're going to do, just fucking do it. Do it. But stop sitting around waiting for tomorrow. All right? My life is changing. I'm telling you this right now. I spent a lot of time just chilling the fuck out. I'm getting back on beast mode. I'm getting back on by all means necessary type shit. Because I can't. Money's great, but money made me lazy. And you know, I was talking to my homeboy today, and I could call him. Well, not he's doing something with his kids, but yesterday I called him in the morning, like, yo, I gotta go to the junkyard. He's like, yo, I'll pick you up. I had to go pick up a hood, a bumper. I didn't get any pick and pull. You guys know how that goes. But he was right there. His drive is, let's get it done. His biggest problem is, for whatever reason, he's not a very likable guy. And I don't say that to be mean to him. He just comes across like a pompous ass. And in my opinion, when you're in this industry, it's better just to be like a knockaround type of guy. Like a, what the fuck, blah, blah, blah. You know, just be yourself. And when, you know, it's kind of like when you're dealing with like someone who's got money and, you know, they come across without coming across like they're better than you. You don't want to do business with them. You actually just want to fuck them. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how he comes across. But when you get to know the guy, he's the greatest guy in the world. You know, but in this business, you're doing business with people, mechanics and such. If they don't want to do work for you, they're not going to. If they think you're a pompous ass or whatever, they're just not gonna fuck with you. Plain and simple. You can have all the money in the world, or you're gonna get ripped off. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Yes, there's still ways to buy cars out there. There's still plenty of money to be made. Yes, it's true. The auctions are going a little bit higher. Just find another way around it, man. Don't give up. Stop listening to other people. Even though what they're saying is somewhat true, think of another way to come up with money. Think of another way to do it. All right. As a matter of fact, I just gave it to you. Guys, I got to go. I'm going to go spend some family time. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys out. I hope I didn't kill too much of your time. I think this is the third time me saying goodbye. I'm out. Got shit to do. Almost killed the whole can.
That's my best friend.